Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of Queer the Record. I'm Luis Barrera, one of your hosts, and I'm really glad you're watching. Well, at least I hope you're watching. But let's be real. The political and social climate right now is heavy. It's loud, it's divisive, and it's making a lot of us realize that we don't always know much about each other as we'd like to think, even within our own queer community. We keep adding colors to our flag because we want to be more inclusive. And that's a beautiful thing. But the bigger our tent becomes, the more we start to realize just how different we can be from one another. That's something that we've clearly seen the last couple of years. This political climate has shown how divided we can get, even within our own community and its issues. And if we're not careful and learn not just to talk about who we are, but listen to each other, then those differences can turn into real gaps. Gaps in understanding, gaps in support, and even gaps in solidarity, especially when it counts. That's why we created Queer the Record, to acknowledge those gaps, not by ignoring our differences, but by exploring them. By talking honestly, listening deeply, and remembering that we are better when we actually know each other. And I'm not doing this alone. I'm joined here by someone who's always brings honesty and heart and humor to everything she does, my amazing co-host, Suzette Veneti.
Thank you, Luis. Hey, folks, I'm Suzette, and I'm so excited to be here. What we're doing with Queer the Record is simple but powerful. We're bringing conversations to the table, don't always happen out loud. We're going to be talking to queer people from all walks of life, different races, different religions, genders, ages, politics, experiences. Some of us are thriving, and some of us are just struggling trying to make it through the day. But all of us have something to say and learn from each other. And so you're going to hear real talk. And sometimes it's going to be fun. Sometimes it might be uncomfortable. But it's all necessary. Because we can't fight for each other and with each other unless we can understand and learn from each other. This isn't about being perfect or saying all the right things. It's about creating a space to show up, speak up, listen, and hopefully walk away with a little more empathy and a little more connection.
So why don't you say we start this?
Let's start.
The category is Queer the Record. Shante, you stay. Reading is fundamental. And so is listening. And we are live in 3, 2, 1. Clear the record!
Okay, so let's kick things off. Let's get to know each other. So why don't you start? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself is I am a comedian, drag performer, and I'm Italian. I come from a really loving family, and I'm really lucky about that. I'm really lucky that I also get to be a performer on the Sacramento drag scene and in the Sacramento comedy scene. I think Sacramento has a really thriving arts scene, and I'm really grateful that I sort of started here with both, doing both comedy and drag, because I think it's just a really great incubator for talent and finding talent and working with other talented, like-minded people. How about you?
Well, oh man, I am 30-something years old. I don't like to say my age.
Okay.
But I'm 30-something.
I'll say mine and work for both of us.
But I was born in Mexico. You can tell by my accent. I was there till I was 10 years old. So I always like to say that I was raised in Mexico, but I grew up in the U.S. Ever since my mom and I came to the U.S., I've been living in Northern California. I lived here, Sacramento, and in San Francisco when I was going through college. I lived in San Francisco for a few years. I got 2 degrees, one in visual communications and another one in marketing, which is what I do now. I do marketing for a wealth management firm. I have also done freelance marketing for various bars and nightclubs. That's kind of how I got involved in the industry. And about a decade ago, I got into photography. So a lot of people that follow me on social media, they know me because of the photos that I take. And that's kind of how I've kind of became who I became.
I'm really impressed by photographers because I'm not good at it. So I just take like 300 pictures at once and just hope there's like 2 good ones.
Yeah, no, I still take 300 photos.
Well, yeah, but like 75-80% are good. Like, well, 2 of mine are good.
I don't know about that, but
I think it's a talent.
Well, thank you. Before we continue, don't forget to show some love, hit that like button, and drop a comment to let us know what you think. Your reviews and shares help us reach more queer voices. So if you're enjoying the episode, take a second to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. And now back to the episode. Okay, I came up with some questions and I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
What is your inspiration behind your iconic look?
Well, I think accidentally I just got to an iconic look. And for me, it's really crop top, plaid miniskirt, and then my makeup is pretty standard: red lips, smoky eye with some wings, and I try to just blend everything really well. But that's my and I have my little nose piercing because like we did a Suzette night at Badlands, and everyone showed up with nose piercings, red lips, painted toes, mini skirts, and crop tops. And I don't know, I feel really comfortable performing in that.
So what's your favorite part of like the transformation process into getting ready?
I don't know. I don't know if I really look that different. So I think I think for me a transformation might be like if I'm doing like chapel, like I'm going to have red hair, right? And I think it's fun to try to emulate someone else and keep a little bit of my own signature things, like, my nose is pierced, or I wear all my jewelry on my right hand, and then go from there and like take sort of the cues and the markers that really sort of almost a caricature of someone else and see if I can then blend them in with what I'm doing.
Okay. What's your go-to song to perform?
Oh my God. It depends on the time. I mean, usually anything Ariana Grande, but it's so interesting because it depends on the show, the night, the venue, the crowd. I think a good drag performer really considers all those factors. Or maybe I'm wrong, and maybe a good drag performer can do anything in any type of situation. I'm not that, so I try to do the first.
It's all about song choice, right?
I think it's about song choice. I think it's about song choice and making sure that everyone's going to really enjoy the moment.
What is like a memorable audience performance reaction from the audience that you had?
Oh my God. Okay, so speaking of doing chapel, we had chapel night. I did Pink Pony Club, but I looked perfect. And like makeup, clothes, hair, everything was like on point. And I remember because I bought like this $50 cowboy hat that was all bedazzled. And it was a backup. And I was like, I am not going to keep the $50 cowboy hat. It's in case something else doesn't come. But then it got here and I was like, nope, I just spent $50 on this cowboy hat because it's amazing. And I don't know, I felt like, I don't know if I got to feel like what chapel feels like, but I felt like a rock star. Like I felt like a pop star giving a concert, because there's that part of the song where the crowd sings, and they were singing.
Okay, here comes a cheesy question.
Okay.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
If I could have any superpower, I mean, I guess if I could have just one power, Mystique's isn't bad. I mean, being able to shapeshift, that's a pretty, especially
if you're
right
performing.
Right. Well, and depending on like the source material, she gets the powers of who she shapeshifts as. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, that is true, huh? It's
right,
just
like,
not the look, but it's also the powers.
I don't know if I agree with that. Like, I think like if you're shifting into like Wolverine and you have the claws, great, but they're not adamantium, And like you can shapeshift into Cyclops, but you can't like have his eye lasers. Like
it's just the look.
It depends on the source material, but I think if you could just have one power, Mystique's would be a good one.
Okay.
This episode of Queer the Record was filmed at the Urban Hive, Sacramento's largest co-working community of entrepreneurs, designers, and creatives. Offering everything from state-of-the-art private offices and flexible meeting rooms to fully equipped podcast studios, the Urban Hive has the right space for you. To learn more or book a tour, buzz on over to theurbanhive.com. And now, back to the podcast.
Cool. All right. Now you be like...
Okay, now I have questions for you.
Okay.
Okay. If your personality were a cocktail, what would be in it, and would I need a chaser?
So you definitely need a chaser.
Okay.
But I don't know. I really don't drink that many cocktails. My to-go drink, and I feel like this is like my personality, is just Don Julio soda with a splash of Coke.
Okay.
So if you're going to take a shot of Don Julio, your chaser is going to be pineapple. So.
Okay. I have a personal, I don't chase anything. Boys, gigs,
I'm learning.
shots.
I'm learning not to do that.
I would just do that shot.
Okay.
What's your toxic trait? And don't say I don't care too much.
Okay. Well, I guess my toxic trait, man, I feel like I have a few. But man, I kind of tend to expect a lot from people. So I've kind of I'm learning to not expect things from people, to just kind of let people do what they need to do without expecting things in return. But I feel, if you talk to my therapist, he's probably going to tell you that.
What is the gayest thing you've ever done on accident?
I don't know. I feel like something that one of the gay things that I always do, especially recently, because where I work, I'm the only gay person there, is when we start talking about sports. They start talking about sports. Like right now, it's like March Madness. So everybody's like, "Hey, what are your picks? What are your draft picks?" I don't even know what it is, And they give me like this bracket to like fill out, and I'm just like, I don't get it. And I started putting like the NBA like teams. I started putting like the Kings and the Lakers, and I filled it all out and I gave it to the person, and they're like, "It's college teams. It's not NBA teams." And I'm like, "Oh." So that was pretty gay.
I think just maybe ask the mascots and then decide who would win from the mascots.
From the mascots.
Yeah.
Well, that'll probably be even gayer, but.
Right. I mean, you could be gayer, but then at least you're accurate.
At least I'm accurate.
Yeah.
So I definitely lost my March Madness bracket.
What part of your identity took you the longest to love?
Oh shoot, you're getting deep. You got all the easy questions.
Oh, I can get a deep question afterward.
Let's see. I don't know. I really don't know that one. Let's pass that one. That one came
Okay.
out. ChatGPT.
What's one moment you felt like you were truly part of the community?
I feel like when same-sex marriage became legal, I feel like, there was a lot of celebration, at the bars and people in the streets. And that was really one of the times that I felt like the community was really close. It felt like it's something that we had wanted for a long time, and something that a lot of us had kind of fought for and, protested for. And when it became legal, I just remember going to the bar and everybody hugging each other and like being happy. And, I felt like a lot of that sometimes negativity we get at the bar wasn't there. So, I feel like that was one of the times that I was like, damn, I'm proud,
Super cheesy, but that's what it feels like when your sports team wins a championship.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll remember that.
I'm obviously not like, oh my God, now I can get married, but it's like a lot of civic pride.
Okay, now I want to get into some fun stuff. Let's play True Toots and a Lie.
Okay.
It's time to play Two Truths and a Lie with Suzette and Luis.
Okay.
Okay. True
All right.
Toots. True?
Is it two truths and a lie?
Two truths and a lie.
Okay.
There you go.
All
That's
right.
my accent wanting to come out.
Okay.
So I can ride a unicycle.
Mm-hmm.
I once slept with a friend's dad. And I can play the piano. Wait, do we have to guess which one's the lie?
I have to guess.
Oh, you
yeah.
have to guess. Okay, cool.
Okay. Unicycle. Slept with a friend's dad. You can play the piano.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say play the piano is a truth,
That is the truth, yeah.
and slept with friend's dad is truth.
That is also the truth.
Yeah. So you can't ride a unicycle
I cannot ride it. I don't even know.
unless
how
the
to
friend's
use-
dad was named Unicycle, because then you did.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
We can't say his name.
Okay. Shoot, mine. Okay. I really do need time to like think about it.
Well, just
I don't
thinking
wanna
we're
say
going to go to some
that.
commercials. We'll be right back. No, I'm just kidding. There's no commercials.
No, I know. I was looking, just a look in case you do. Okay. I have a college degree. I've never had a hangover, and I don't like wine.
Okay. Don't like wine, never had a hangover, and you have a college degree. So I'm going to say the lie is that you have a college degree.
No, I have a college degree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't look like I do. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
What is it on?
The college degree is
Yeah.
in art history.
Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome. Okay, I could see that. Yeah, a lot of like looking at art.
Yeah. Yeah. Really boring.
Okay. Okay, so you do have it. So I have to find the lie, right? So
Mhm.
I mean, you have to have hangovers, right? So that is
I've
the
never
truth.
had a hangover.
You never had a hangover.
Not once in my life.
What? Do you drink?
A lot.
Okay. Liquor?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Gin, vodka, rum.
But how many drinks do you usually have a night?
I mean, enough to make doctors nervous.
Okay.
Like, I don't drink every night, but when I'm at the bar and people are buying me drinks, I'm drinking.
So maybe that's your superpower.
So far in life,
Right.
it seems like it is my superpower because I've never had one.
Okay, interesting. All right, well, that's good. So we learned something about each other, right?
Yeah, I don't like wine. Okay, well, that, you know what, that wraps us up for today. But if you could do us a favor and just make sure that you like, subscribe, follow whatever platform you're listening or watching us on, we'd love you to stay with us and see our next episode. So if you can hit like share notifications or I don't know what platform you're using, but whatever it is, you know how to follow, you know how to like, and that would really help us out.
And also be sure to follow Suzette. I believe your Instagram is Miss Suzette Veneti.
It is, because some awful person has just Suzette Veneti, so I am Miss Suzette Venetti on Instagram.
And some awful person has Luis Barrera, so I am the Luis Barrera on Instagram. So make sure you follow us on there as well. I want to give a special thanks to our friend Angel. Come here, Angel. Can you like hop in here just so people can see you, just for a second? Angel's been our production assistant for this episode. And okay, now get out of here. Get out of here, because I can't have somebody better looking than me.
Oh, what does that say about me?
That would be like the toxic thing, right?
That would be toxic, yeah. So I'm here. They're pretty
thank you, Angel,
drag
for
queens.
helping us out. And then also, we are shooting at the beautiful Urban Hive located in downtown Sacramento. The Urban Hive is not just a co-working spot, but it's also has production rooms. It has a lot of meeting rooms. So you're more than welcome to follow them on Instagram as well. They're on at the Urban Hive, and visit their website at theurbanhive.com if you want to get some more information. If you want to book a room, if you just need a place to come work when you're working from home and you don't really want to work from home, you can work from the Urban Hive. So thank you guys for letting us borrow your space. So thank you so much, Suzette.
Yeah, thank you, Luis.
right.
I can't wait for the next episode.
This was Queer the Record, and we hope you keep the conversation going.
Bye.
On the next Queer the Record, Suzette and I are sitting down with Pastor Casey to dive into how faith and queerness intersect, from dismantling church trauma to cultivating radical love in our communities. It's an episode you won't want to miss.